If you're having sluggish throttle response, you're going to want to do a minor tune-up. This was done last time at 117,000 miles. Right now I'm at 230. What I'm talking about the tune-up is a new set of spark plugs and a throttle body clean out. That is something you don't do yourself. You take it to the dealer. It's $179, $180. They put some sort of a system on it, little computerized deal, and it cleans out the sludge that's in there. Makes a dramatic difference. Knocking out the oil change first, air filter next. The gasket around the valve cover seems to have a little leakage on the back, so I'm going to pressure wash this thing, check it out in about a week or two, see where the seepage is coming from, pay extra attention to that. I'm getting a little bit of a rough sound coming from this side where all the belts are. It's a little bit of a squeal, little rough squeal, but it's only on acceleration, so I'm thinking it's that idler pulley. It's right here. You'd put like a 17mm socket on it and lift it to loosen your belt to pull everything out. So I will do that in about a week or two. Tear off the tire, fender well, address that. Okay, here's where we're at. You just use 10mm socket. You take off this cover, which came off pretty easy because Cerritos and Mitsubishi just broke it. Gotta use an impact wrench on everything, huh? They suck anyway. Then you go ahead and take this cover off for your spark plug coils. These are all going to be 10s here. These are all going to be 10s as well. I try not to disconnect any of these plugs. I don't remember last time if I needed to, but let's see. I think there might be enough wire to just let this one. I might need to be disconnected, I'm thinking. One more thing. Check out all this oil seepage in there. That is the O-rings in the center of your valve cover gasket. So there's rings that go around each one of these sleeves that drop down for your spark plugs. And it's just coated with oil in there. On top of everything dripping back here. It's not super bad, but it does make a mess. Gotta expect this stuff with heat and age. This is a 2010 car, so it's 13, 14 years old. But just unscrewing these, one of these clips busted. Hopefully this isn't going to back off. I highly doubt, but yeah, it's pretty on there. But this is what happens when you're dealing with cars. It's got 200,000 miles on it, so just be patient, be careful. Coils came out real simple. Extra clean down in the channels here, but you can see where oil was just seeping through. It's probably through each one of these screws, the grommets that go around those. And again, that's your valve cover gasket. Got out of there. But yeah, let me show you these spark plugs real fast. Here's the old ones. These are 110,000 miles on these plugs. They were pretty jammed in there. I mean, steady, consistent amount of strength to just screw them out. It's fine. Wasn't too bad. So what you do with spark plugs is you just crank it down hand tight, and then it's just a quarter turn on the ratchet. That's industry standard across the board. I like to do with my spark plugs, I put a little anti-seize on the end. Then I'm going to go ahead and attach my magnet. Okay, lower them in with the magnet, and then I just turn it until it catches a thread or two so I can pull the magnet away. Bang, that's it. Do that to all 4 of them, then go ahead and tighten it down. That's it, all done, runs super smooth. Again, you're just gonna hand tighten those and then give it a little bit extra. I put a little anti-seize on it, just a tiny bit, on your spark plug ends. If you want to do it by the book, I believe it's like 13 pounds. And that's it. I'm not going to wash this thing down until I'm doing the valve cover gasket, just because there's seepage coming through the bolts. Now I don't want water seepage going the other direction. So I'll pressure wash this bad boy when I do the valve cover gasket. That'll be next oil change. That's it for now. Everything else is pretty smooth. Yeah, and I guess next oil change I'll do that valve cover gasket and I'll dive into this idler deal.